Greetings. I'm Dr. Angela from the Institute for Exceptional Children. Today, I would like to share with you 3 things that all students can do to learn better and as a result, make better grades. The number one thing that all students can do to learn better and as a result make better grades is to build rapport with your teacher. There is definitely a connection between grades and how much students like their teachers. You are willing to work harder and pay better attention to teachers that you feel you connect to, those you like and trust. So be intentional about building rapport with your teachers. It's not hard, quite simple really. The first thing you do is make sure you speak to them when you walk in the room. Or in this age of distance learning, make sure when you're on Zoom or whichever platform that you speak, say hello, send in the chat, good morning or good afternoon. Build rapport. That's the beginning. When you have questions, make sure to ask a question. That doesn't have to be in the middle of class. Perhaps when you see them in the hall, when you see them during their open hours, business hours. Most teachers have opportunities for children to speak with them that is not exactly in the middle of class. So ask your questions. When you're asking, make sure that your teacher knows that you're really trying to understand. Also, take the opportunity when you can to let the teacher know a little bit about you, what you plan on doing in the future, what schools you want to go to for college, what sports you're involved in, or how many sisters and brothers you have. Something. Let them know that you are willing to share with them and ask them questions if you can. Don't get all in their personal business, but just build rapport with your teacher. Get to know them like you would get to know anyone, your neighbor or someone at church or even another classmate. Pay attention and let them know that you are interested in them, and they will remember you and be interested in you. The second thing that you must do in order to learn better and therefore make better grades is to document your assignments. Make sure that your notebook is orderly or your journal is available or whatever book you have to put your assignments in. Make sure that you put your assignments in your book, write them down in the same place every day, and be complete. What page, they want you to do, when it's due back to them, all of that. Make very sure that you get the assignment documented carefully and correctly. It's very important. You don't want to spend all week doing an assignment that was due on Tuesday and you thought it was due on Friday. Make sure you know what is due, when it's due, how it is supposed to be completed. And if possible, complete it early. And if your teacher accepts it early, give it to them early. One example of this would be science fair projects. Typically, science fair projects have a long time before they're due, and they have several checkpoints in between. So as you finish the first thing, you might ask questions along the way as part of building rapport, but turn it in when you can. Don't turn things in at the last minute. because then your teacher is going to put you in the group of those students that always do things at the last minute. The third thing that you must do in order to learn better and make better grades is to learn your teacher's routine. As a teacher, I had a routine. I did the same thing on Monday of every week, the same thing on Tuesday of every week, and so forth. All teachers have a routine for their week, or perhaps a routine for their day. They always start the day the same way, end the day the same way. We are all creatures of habit. Pay attention and learn your teacher's habits so that you can anticipate what's coming next and be ready for it. You won't be always following them. You will be in step with them in terms of their routine, their schedule, and the pacing of their lessons and the pacing of their week, or perhaps the pacing of the school quarter or even semester. But if you can learn the teacher's routine, you can anticipate their routines, you can anticipate what they're going to do, and it will help you out a lot. I hope that you have been listening carefully to these 3 things that all students can do. Number 1, build rapport, pay attention, and get to know your teacher. Number 2, document assignments in your notebook or in your journal every day the same way completely, and learn your teacher's routine. Make sure that you are paying attention to when they do things and how they do things so that you can be in step with them every day and not having to chase behind. I'm so glad to have had the opportunity to bring this information to you, and I expect that you will be learning better and as a result making better grades. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.